Every single species on this planet has evolved in perfect harmony with its environment. Except us. Welcome to a cosmic mystery that has puzzled biologists and anthropologists for decades. When you look at the animal kingdom, every creature is perfectly adapted to its niche. A polar bear has thick fur for the Arctic cold. A camel can survive weeks without water in the desert. A fish extracts oxygen directly from the water. But humans? We seem to be the odd one out, struggling to live on the very planet we claim to dominate. Other animals can spend all day in the sun without a care in the world. They bask in the solar rays, absorbing nutrients and energy. But humans? We sunburn in just 15 minutes. Our skin is incredibly fragile, lacking the protective fur, feathers, or scales that shield other species. Why would nature evolve a dominant, intelligent species that is so vulnerable to the primary light source of its home planet? It is as if our skin was designed for a world with a much weaker sun, or a thick, protective atmospheric layer. Gravity feels completely natural to every other creature. From the smallest insect to the largest elephant, animals move, jump, and run with effortless balance. But we suffer from chronic, debilitating back pain. In fact, back pain is one of the most common medical complaints worldwide. Anthropologists argue that this is because we stood up too fast in evolutionary history. But what if the truth is different? What if our bodies and skeleton were originally designed for a planet with much lower gravity, where bipedalism didn't put such a crushing load on our spines? And our immune systems are so incredibly sensitive, they frequently go to war with harmless substances. We suffer from allergies to peanuts, pollen, dust, and shellfish. Our own defense mechanisms attack our cells, causing asthma and eczema. No other species on Earth exhibits such widespread, self-destructive immune responses to their natural environment. It is as if our immune systems were calibrated for an entirely different biosphere, and the proteins of Earth are seen as foreign invaders. Could it be that we didn't evolve here? What if we are actually the aliens? This theory, known as the alien-human hypothesis, suggests that Homo sapiens did not originate on Earth, but were brought here from elsewhere in the galaxy. Proponents point to our lack of connection to the local animal kingdom and our unique biological weaknesses. If this is true, we might be the descendants of ancient space travelers who colonized this planet, or perhaps we were placed here as part of a grand cosmic experiment. If we are indeed the aliens, how did we arrive? Astrobiologists suggest panspermia, the theory that life exists throughout the universe, distributed by space dust, meteoroids, asteroids, and comets. Perhaps our ancestors arrived on a giant meteor millions of years ago, escaping a dying world. Over time, we adapted, but our core biology remained unchanged. Or perhaps we arrived via advanced space vessels, but over thousands of generations, we lost all trace of our advanced technology, starting from scratch as primitive hunter-gatherers. Think about our circadian rhythms. Unlike most creatures who operate on a strict 24-hour solar cycle, studies have shown that when humans are deprived of external time cues, their internal clocks naturally drift toward a 25-hour cycle. Mars, our closest habitable neighbor, has a day length of 24 hours and 37 minutes. Could our biological clocks be tuned to the day-night cycle of the red planet? Could Mars be the ancient home we left behind before the oceans dried up? Look at our emotional disconnection from nature. Animals live in complete synchronization with the Earth. They don't require clothes, heating, air conditioning, or complex shoes. We, however, spend 90% of our lives indoors, insulating ourselves from the natural world. We construct synthetic cocoons of concrete and steel, as if the Earth's natural climate is fundamentally hostile to our survival. We crave artificial light and climate control, separating ourselves from the native species. And what about our unique intelligence? The gap between human cognition and the next smartest animal on Earth is an evolutionary chasm. We build rockets, write symphonies, and split the atom, while chimpanzees still use basic twigs to fish for termites. This explosive leap in brainpower happened in a blink of evolutionary time. Was it natural selection? Or did someone edit our genetic code? Did an extraterrestrial intelligence upgrade our ancestors' DNA to accelerate our development? The evidence is all around us. Our fragile skin, our aching backs, our disconnected minds, and our longing for the stars. We look up at the night sky not as explorers but as homesick travelers. We search the heavens for answers, feeling a deep, unexplainable nostalgia for a home we have never seen. Maybe the truth is simple. We aren't from here. We are the visitors. We are the anomaly. What if we are the aliens?